Hey guys, and welcome to an awesome and epic land battle. I'm a Rubber Duck War, but today we're going to be viewing a beautiful game up against the bloodthirsty rampages and forces of Khorne, taking on the rather crafty and tricksy Tzeentch. Should be a good fun game all round. I certainly think in land battles, Tzeentch are going to be disgustingly scary, and I am horrified of Doom Knights. Like, I am petrified. I wake up in cold sweats, quacking, and kind of worrying about the Doom Knight presence on the battlefield. Looks like we will have some of them on display today. Without further ado, let's delve into this one. So in the front line for the forces of Khorne, we do have Chaos Warriors of Khorne dotted all the way along, looking at pretty badass and brutal as always. Blood for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne, and bread for the Duck Gods. Yes, yes, indeed. We do have some Gore Beast chariots in reserve. It looks like two of the bad boys chariots still going to be very good at pulling through enemy lines and probably quite pivotal up against the forces of Tzeentch. In the skies, we have a double Bloodthirster duo. This is pretty scary stuff. So we have a basic Bloodthirster mixed in with an exalted Bloodthirster. We then have some Chaos Furies as well, escorting in the air game. Should be quite a nice little contingent, looking to try to beat Tzeentch's Air Force, which is really hard to do because Tzeentch is so quick, nasty, and of course you've got those pesky Doom Knights and other such units. We do have a couple of lads hidden in the trees in the form of double Flesh Hounds of Khorne. Again, just looking to get into the back line of Tzeentch. Now, how have Tzeentch done this? They're not one of those factions which is going to go into a nice tight box build very often, but they still bring all the Dagger and Plasma Grenades they possibly can. The front line is a mixture of Forsaken with Spawn of Tzeentch. Big fan of this in general. Those shields give them a little bit added durability, and of course the Spawn will be protected by the Forsaken and vice versa. This is a disgustingly amount of damage output they can pour onto the Khorne forces, who are kind of known for doing the same, so it'll be interesting to see how that performs. We have some blue horrors in the back alongside some pink horrors, so a nice little range contingent. The blue horrors on the flanks being a little bit more sacrificial lambs to the slaughter. We have one soul grinder in the middle. It is going to be pretty damn nasty all round. It gets a big bonus versus large those range attacks. And up in the skies, we have a unit of Doom Knights, a unit of Chaos Furies, and a little chonky bird boy himself. We have a Herald of Tzeentch rocking the metal lifestyle today. He's coming in with Final Transmutation, Plague Rust, and Syrian Doom. So without further ado, let's get this battle underway on what is rather a bleak day here in the grasslands. It's looking a little bit dark and misty, but hey, hopefully a ray of sunshine will spread, and there will be hope yet, although, you know, demons v demons. Oh my god, look at the birds flying through the battlefield. That's pretty badass indeed. Without further ado, yeah, let's get this battle underway as both forces shall be now moving towards each other. The air game's going to be pretty crucial. Of course, the Furies for Khorne are going to get annihilated. However, their large forces could prove to be quite a little bit tricky there. Soul Grinder is going to be opening up shots. Not the best at hitting air targets, particularly at long range, because the shots tend to spread quite a lot. But hey, if you can do any damage on the Khorne, it's good damage because they do not have access to healing. And you can see that Exotic Bloodthirster taking quite a pounding on the approach. The Warriors of Khorne do delve into the Forsaken. We have Gore Beast chariots as well, counter-punching. They are going to get pinned in place by the Spawn, though, so this is going to be very problematic. They're attempting to drag through and having a bit of a hard time. There you go. They're just about managing to get away, and if they get boxed down by the Spawn, they certainly will get deleted. Front line of Tzeentch has pushed forward really aggressively here, and that has left their range contingent a little bit far back. They are starting to pour on the shots, and down swoop the Doom Knights into combat, looking to bring it down to the Warriors, who are desperately trying to get back up onto their feet after that rather nasty shock charge. Furies supporting that ground push, going to go rather well, you'd think, if they do cycle charge, which is going to be quite key here. We actually have a Coastal Tzeentch we missed earlier, who can summon more pink horrors to the battlefield, and in the back line you can see the chariots desperately trying to push through and shut down the pink horrors. They are getting jumped by the Spawn and pinned in place. One unit of pink horrors is firing freely, and now we have blue horrors raining shots down upon the Chaos Furies, who are eventually getting dealt with. Doom Knights as well swooping back to help protect the back line. Really good play so far by the Tzeentch players. The Khorne player up in the skies is hunting down his prey, the Herald of Tzeentch. He's a slippery little ducky though. It's probably worth giving up the pursuit of him, honestly, and they're trying to win the ground game instead and then make him come to you, because at the skies, you see the Exotic Bloodthirster is taking considerable damage, who does now delve down to deal with those pesky pink horrors. No, he's actually going after the Doom Knights, who have been very tanky so far, continue to bob and weave around the battlefield. They do swoop away, trying to escape the ever-prying eyes of the Exalted Bloodthirster. Pink horrors are alive down on the low ground, however, the Flesh Hounds have been sprung from their traps. Surrounding the cultist of Tzeentch down here in the middle. He's trying his little badass. You know, he's pretty cool. He's got a, I believe, a duck-themed helmet on him, which is awesome. So he's obviously a fan of the channel. And he is swooping around some lovely arts of destruction there, using that staff to try to hold the line. He's also going to be popping his summon here. And the summon is going to be very useful as long as the Flesh Hounds don't jump on it instantly, which can be a bit problematic. We have some spawners Tzeentch looking to protect them, and the battlefield's got rather spread here. We have Chaos Warriors being used to try to chase down Forsaken, who themselves are chasing down Gorby's chariots. There's a lot of back and forth, and it does look like the Chaos Warriors trying to get fended off by the Pink Horrors, and the Mighty Birdie is alive up in the skies. Likewise, the Doom Knights are also up in the skies. They've been able to recharge their shields multiple times. Only 8 kills so far, but they've been holding the line in the name of all that is glorious and mysterious in the world. They are now dueling is the word I'm looking for there, against the Bloodthirster and the Exalted Bloodthirster. Not going to go too well for them, and that could be the end of the Doom Knights here. The Flesh Hounds of Khorne are well and truly in the back pocket, devouring little pink horrors as well as blue horrors alike. Soulgrinder being alive is quite problematic though for the forces of Khorne. Spawn are starting to run out, however the pink horror summon can certainly turn the tides in this engagement if they're able to unleash a bucket ton of carnage. Bloodthirsters do give up chasing down the Doom Knights, who are able to escape and once again get their proton shields back. And now we have the Soulgrinder desperately clinging on in the middle here, trying his best to fight back, but Double Bloodthirster certainly is scary. Blue Horrors unleashing pain, as well as Pink Horrors is really nasty though on the Double Bloodthirster, doing some massive damage. But we have a upgraded final transmutation coming down. That's what you get for keeping that little birdie boy alive as long as possible, doing some massive damage, and the Doom Knights gonna charge in to try to finish off the scum. Blue Horrors are doing a decent job just cobing shot after shot in. Looks like they are running low on ammunition. However, the Bloodthirster is running low on health, not looking too good. And sneaky little shots here from the Herald of Tzeentch, doing some pretty decent damage to the Exotic Bloodthirsters. Pink Horrors are just a summon though, so they will be dissipating in a memento. And it looks like Flesh Hounds and more Chaos Warriors are certainly starting to grind through the enemy infantry. Cultist Tzeentch is holding firm alongside the Spawner Tzeentch, doing some nice work up against those Chaos Warriors. Big fight still happening in the middle though, as the Double Bloodthirster is trying its hardest. The Spawn have surrounded it. The mighty Soulgrinder as well is got his boxing gloves on, and he is smacking hands against this Bloodthirster, trying his best. He is anti-large, or bonus versus large, but in range attacks, not in his melee there. Doom Knights are going to swoop down, looking to support against the Bloodthirster, who currently is getting the Horn of Khorne popped on him. That is the faction ability. I don't think we've seen any faction abilities yet for Tzeentch, maybe saving 1 or 2 in the back pocket for the latter stages of the battle. Doom Knights go toe-to-toe with Flesh Hounds in the middle here, and it looks like the Khorne force is starting to gain a bit of an upper hand. Balance power is dead even at the moment. The Chaos Warriors are pouring on thick the remaining infantry of Tzeentch, and it looks like the Cultist of Tzeentch is running for his life. We've got some Furies coming back though, and the Herald not doing too bad a job finishing off at the Chaos Warriors, though Flesh Hounds are going to be lurking there. In the distance we have some Forsaken as well, who have been driven from the battlefield. Overarching view, I believe we actually have some Forsaken who can come back. 47 models is certainly no joke, and 1 lone Gorby's chariot. The Herald Tzeentch does get jumped by the Flesh Hounds. They're looking really beat up though, so he should be able to counter them and duel them rather effectively. At least I would hope so for a hero or lord of his stature. Cultist Tzeentch is on the way. Doom Knights have been terrified and forced back, so it looks like they are also scared of themselves. So far getting an impressive 1.1k gold value, despite the fact they've been up against superior foes and Flying Core for the majority of the battle. Spawn do unfortunately die. We may get yet another final transmutation go down here, which would be devastating to the forces of Khorne. And it is an upgraded one nonetheless. An upgraded final transmutation goes down. The Tzeentch player really reaping the rewards of keeping him alive in the early game. And that final transmutation is doing devastating work now to the Bloodthirsters. Plus we get the Reign of Terror, the beams coming down from the forces of Tzeentch with their faction ability, eviscerating both friend and foe, but it's going to be enough to take down both Bloodthirsters plus all the infantry. An absolute clutch final transmutation, and lovely little bolts of Tzeentch coming down, reaping deadly havoc on the battlefield. Very well played. I cannot remember exactly who sent this in, because unfortunately the replay is relatively old and it does not say the names of the players. I feel like it was Khorne or Sedain. I feel like it was him, and maybe Black Fawn or someone. It was 2 DBD members regardless. I'm sure they will be able to let you guys know their glorious victory down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was an awesome one. I'll delve into the damage dealt and damage value of key units in just a second. But if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a big fat thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content into the future, as we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And let me know down below if you'd like to see more land battle action in the future, or just yell quack, or leave a funny comment. I do enjoy reading them all. The Exalted Bloodthirster, 1.9k gold value, certainly not shabby. 1.2 on the regular Bloodthirster. Not being the best though, because though they had the dominance of the air in power, they did not in speed. And the really pesky Herald of Tzeentch was able to fly away and not really let these bad boys get on top of the good targets. Now, they were nearly able to carry in the end due to the fantastic backline harass of the Khorne player. The Gorby's Chouts were relatively well dealt with, but the Chaos Warriors of Khorne, 930, 1.4k, 900 and 680 value on them, and the use of the Flesh Hounds, who did relatively decent, was eventually able to grind through that front line and shut down the units in the rear. The forces of Tzeentch, Elder Tzeentch, 2,000 gold value is really impressive. The Poultice, of course, more brought for his son, but those double upgraded final transmutations were really quite clutch. 1.6k on the Soul Grinder, 1,194, there we go, gold value on the Doom Knights. They honestly terrify me in this game mode. They have such good durability. You can see they even survived to the end, it would seem. The Spawn, 916, 839 gold value, I think was quite an inspired pick by the Tzeentch player to counter Chariots where possible. Forsaken did a decent job. Pink Horrors are likewise just in the mid-hundreds damage value-wise. The standout being this unit Blue Horrors with 910, bringing those plasma grenades to sear the flesh of the double Bloodthirster. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, peace, and as always, stay awesome.